Ever wondered what the world would be like if early humans shared the planet with dinosaurs? Forget cartoons and movies for a second. Let's dive into a reimagined prehistory and explore what survival would really look like. Would humanity even stand a chance? Picture this. You're an early human, part of a small nomadic tribe. Your world isn't just filled with mammoths and saber-toothed cats. Towering sauropods like Brachiosaurus roam the plains, their massive footsteps shaking the ground. In the distance, a pack of velociraptors, feathered and intelligent, scan the horizon for their next meal. And somewhere in the dense jungle, the shadow of a Tyrannosaurus rex looms. This isn't just a challenge, it's a complete rewriting of the rules of survival. First, let's talk about where we'd live. Forget open plains and simple huts. The number one priority would be defense. Human settlements would likely be built in incredibly strategic, almost inaccessible locations. Think high up on steep cliffs, deep within complex cave systems with narrow entrances, or even building rudimentary settlements in the canopies of giant, ancient trees. These wouldn't be simple homes, they'd be fortresses. The primary goal of our architecture would be to keep giant, hungry predators out. Every day would be a constant state of high alert. Our daily life would revolve around the dino clock. We wouldn't just track the sun, we'd track the movement patterns of the most dangerous species. Mornings might be a time for quick, silent foraging when larger nocturnal predators are asleep. Midday, when the colossal herbivores are grazing, might be the safest window to travel longer distances, using their herds as a kind of moving shield. The moment dusk begins to fall, that's lockdown. The sounds of the prehistoric night would be a terrifying symphony of chirps, roars, and growls, and you'd better be securely hidden. Now, how would we hunt, and what tools would we use? Hunting small game would still be on the menu, but the real game changer would be the dinosaurs themselves. A single successful hunt of a medium-sized herbivore could feed a tribe for weeks. But how do you take down a creature the size of a bus with just stone and wood? Teamwork would be everything. We're talking about incredibly sophisticated traps, giant pits lined with sharpened stakes, massive deadfall traps using huge logs, and coordinated attacks designed to separate a weaker individual from its herd. Our tools would evolve specifically for this reality. Spears would be longer, stronger, designed not just for killing but for keeping a dinosaur at a distance. We might see the development of potent natural poisons applied to spear tips, derived from plants that evolved alongside these giant reptiles. Stone axes would need to be heavier to break through thick, scaly hides. And forget simple leather. Clothing and shelters might be crafted from the incredibly durable hides of dinosaurs, offering better protection against the elements and even smaller predators. The ecosystem itself would be completely different. Humans wouldn't be the apex predators, not even close. We would be opportunistic survivors, occupying a unique niche. We might follow herds of giant sauropods not to hunt them, but to scavenge from their kills left behind by T-Rexes, or to gather the fruits and plants they knock down from tall trees. This is a concept known as commensalism. One species benefits while the other isn't really affected. We'd be the planet's ultimate cleanup crew and resourceful opportunists. This relationship would drive our social evolution. Tribes would need to be larger and more organized than what we see in our own history. You'd have dedicated scouts, elite hunters specializing in dino warfare, and master trap builders. Communication would be paramount. Intricate sign languages for silent hunting and detailed oral histories mapping out the territories of specific dinosaur species would be essential for survival. Don't go near the river at sunset. That's the Spinosaurus's territory. Wouldn't be a suggestion. It would be a law of survival passed down through generations. Think about the psychological impact. Every venture outside the safety of the fortress would be a life-or-death mission. This constant high-stakes pressure could have accelerated our cognitive development. Problem-solving, planning, and communication skills would be honed to a razor's edge. Our art wouldn't just be about mammoths and bison. Cave walls would be covered in epic paintings of T-Rex hunts, maps of raptor nesting grounds, and depictions of the mighty Brachiosaurus. Dinosaurs would be central to our mythology, our religions, and our very identity. They would be our gods, our demons, and our greatest source of sustenance. But would we survive in the long run? It's a tough question. A single mistake, A single failed trap, a single T-Rex discovering a settlement, could wipe out an entire tribe. We would be living on a knife's edge every single day. Perhaps our adaptability and intelligence would give us the edge we needed. We learned to survive ice ages, so maybe we could learn to survive the age of dinosaurs too. It's a fascinating thought. A history where humanity's greatest challenge wasn't at the cold, but the colossal beasts that ruled the earth. What do you think? Could we have done it? Let me know your survival strategies in the comments below. It's incredible to think about how different our world and we as a species would be. Thanks for joining me on this journey into a reimagined past. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our next exploration. See you in the next video.